Hello viewers, you're watching Vietnam News Agency's Daily Bulletin and following are the headlines.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc works with Bạc Liêu and Cà Mau authorities. Ho Chi Minh City takes measures to control the Zika virus. Vietnam and China hold a joint anti-terrorism exercise.
On September 20th, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc worked with officials from Bạc Liêu and Cà Mau, the two Mekong Delta provinces that have been heavily affected by climate change. At the working session, officials from Bạc Liêu proposed establishing a 200-hectare high-tech agricultural zone to develop the local shrimp sector. The facility is expected to help Bạc Liêu province increase its shrimp output by tenfold to 150 tons per hectare. They proposed the government assist the Mekong Delta in its fight against climate change, including aid for dredging key canals and relieving damage caused by unusual rain. Prime Minister Phúc valued the province's specific plans in response to climate change. He also said he supports the locality's move to set up a high-tech farming zone. He requested Bạc Liêu to map out short and long-term solutions to tackle impacts of climate change. Bạc Liêu should consider developing salt production and transport infrastructure, he noted. While meeting with leaders of Cà Mau province the same day, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc said the province needs a comprehensive restructuring for further socio-economic development. He tasked relevant state agencies with supporting Cà Mau province in addressing difficulties, including climate change impacts. He lauded the locality for its robust aquaculture growth, requesting it to better the planning of its shrimp farms to sharpen competitive edge. The government leader said Cà Mau should work to combat climate change, firstly in easing the impact of saltwater intrusion and ensuring water supply. He also suggested a number of solutions for the province, including improving administrative procedures, assisting business operations and maintaining security at sea. Deputy Prime Minister Trịnh Đình Dũng has pledged a possible support to investors working in the field of oil and gas, including VNA and other Russian firms. Dũng made the promise during a working session in Moscow on September 19 with leaders of VNA, one of Russia's largest oil companies. Deputy Prime Minister Dũng held the expansive cooperation between VNA and Vietnam National Oil and Gas Group Petro-Vietnam over the past years, evidenced by the good performance of Petro and Petro joint ventures. He welcomed the signing of an intergovernmental agreement on continued cooperation within the framework of Petro joint venture and a protocol on supplementing an intergovernmental agreement on further collaboration within the framework of Petro. Amidst the impacts of fluctuating world oil prices, the Deputy Prime Minister requested VNA to work closely with Petro-Vietnam in order to enhance the cooperation efficiency of these joint ventures. For his part, Russian Deputy Minister of Energy, Yuri Sechurin, spoke highly of close relations between Russia and Vietnam over the past 65 years, especially in the field of oil and gas. He stressed that Petro-Vietnam, VNA and their joint ventures have helped Russia's energy industry to maintain its competitive capacity in the context of current difficulties. Ho Chi Minh City's health authorities have implemented a number of measures to control Zika virus following a German woman who lives in District 2 was diagnosed with the virus while traveling to Japan. This is the second Zika virus case reported in Ho Chi Minh City. The first patient discovered in early April was a pregnant woman. The Department of Health instructed preventive medical centers in districts to take actions to prevent the spread of the virus, such as spraying mosquito-killing chemical and monitoring sources of mosquitoes. They are also asked to boost communications campaigns on Zika virus prevention. According to the Municipal Preventive Medical Center, the sector agreed on a strategy to prevent and control diseases caused by Zika virus through monitoring patients, virus, small head in babies, and Guillain-Barré symptom. From now to the end of this year, the sector will focus on monitoring patients according to the information system on infectious diseases and strengthening the monitoring of virus at 30 hospitals. Border guests of the northern mountainous province of Lào and Hon Hai County in China's Yunnan province organized an exercise on cross-border terrorism prevention on September 20th. The activity was part of an agreement between the Border Guard High Command under the Defense Ministry of Vietnam and the Border Control Bureau of the Chinese Ministry of Public Security. In recent years, complicated terrorism in the world has put a strong pressure on the border guard forces of both Vietnam and China. The borderline between Lào Cai and Yunnan is defined as one of the hotspots where extremists take advantage of illegal immigration to conduct terror activities. The exercise featured a simulation scenario that several terrorists from a third country sought to illegally cross the Lào Cai-Yunnan border. The Vietnamese side sent 260 officers and soldiers to join Chinese colleges in the drill. After the drill, both sides learned from experience and agreed on several measures to enhance coordination in the fight against cross-border terrorism. The southern province of Đồng Nai targets to have 50% of local enterprises applying clean production process and saving from 8 to 13% of energy and material consumption per product unit by 2020. To realize the target, numerous incentives have been offered to lure investment in high-tech industries such as electronic sector, mechanics, manufacturing, chemicals, biotechnology, and supporting industry. Investment have also been poured to improve productivity and product quality into the sectors of food processing and beverage, garment and textiles, footwear, wood production and construction material, among others. Besides, the clean production process has been applied in sectors with a high risk of environmental pollution. Đồng Nai is now home to 32 industrial parks covering an area of nearly 10,000 hectares. 29 of them have been operating, drawing 1,396 projects from 42 nations and territories worldwide. It also has 27 industry clusters, spanning an area of nearly 1,400 hectares. Currently, nearly 25,000 enterprises are operating in the province. Over 2,500 new firms are established each year. The Vietjet Aviation Joint Stock Company said it plans an initial public offering in Vietnam before going overseas. More details in the following report. Vietjet said it will first hold an IPO and list in Vietnam, probably within this year. After listing on the domestic market, it may consider listing on international markets, subject to market conditions and trends. The company currently completes IPO documents as per international standards and is the first Vietnamese company to have completed doing so, the spokesperson said. The privately owned budget carrier known as Vietjet or Vietjet Air previously expected to be listed on the Hong Kong or Singapore stock exchanges as early as the second quarter this year. Vietjet was founded in 2011. It carried 9.3 million passengers last year and plans to increase the number of passengers to 50 million this year. The steering committee of the Central Highlands said localities in the region plan to replace old coffee trees on 19,000 hectares. Since 2010, the region has replaced nearly 80,000 hectares of old coffee trees. According to Coffee Replanting Project, from 2014 to 2020, the region will replant 120,000 hectares. The Central Highlands is the largest coffee-producing region in Vietnam, accounting for nearly 95% of the country's coffee area and 99% of output.
According to statistics of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Vietnam exported 1.27 million tons of coffee in the first 8 months of this year, a year-on-year surge of 40% in volume and 20.7% in value.
The Vietnamese film Tôi thấy hoa vàng trên cỏ xanh, I See Yellow Flowers on the Green Grass will compete in the Best Foreign Language Film category at the 89th Oscar Awards 2016. Directed by Vietnamese-American Victor Vũ, the movie was released in October last year. It earned a record 80 billion Vietnam dong, equivalent to $3.6 million in its first month of debut, and was listed among the top 10 outstanding cultural events in Vietnam. The movie was screened at the 215th Cannes Film Festival. It has won many prestigious awards, including Best Film at the TIFF's International Film Festival 2016, the Golden Lotus Award at the 19th Vietnam Film Festival, the Golden Card Award at the Vietnam Film Festival 2015, and Best Film at the Second Silk Road International Film Festival in 2015 in China.
Thương Tư là bệnh của tôi yêu này.
Tao đọc được hết rồi. Mày muốn đưa thư cho con Mận phải không? Chơi với mỗi mình mày à.
The 89th Oscars Awards ceremony will be held at the Donby Theatre in Los Angeles on February 26 next
Chị qua
year.
ở chung với em, với anh hai là hết buồn rồi. Chị cũng muốn làm công chúa nữa. Thì chị làm công chúa đi, em sẽ làm phò mã.
Vietnam aims to develop a filmmaking industry worth of $50 million in revenue by 2020. More details coming up next.
This is one of the targets mentioned under the Vietnam Cultural Industry Development Strategy, which was improved by the Prime Minister earlier this week. Revenue from the cultural industry is expected to contribute 3% to the country's GDP by 2020. Pushing forward human resources development and improving management and sales skills of employees working in the cultural industry are among the tasks and measures that need to be undertaken to achieve the targets. In addition, enhancing the application of modern technology in producing, publishing, and storing cultural products is also required. Reforming and developing the print and publication industry, art performances, film production, advertising, and exhibitions would also be encouraged to realize the goals.
Sơn Đằng Cave in the central province of Quảng Bình has been recognized as the largest of its kind in the world by 3 international organizations: Guinness, the Association World Record, and World Kings.
The Vietnam Record Association, Viet King, said Sơn Đằng Cave is the first and only place in the world to hold titles granted by 3 international world record organizations at the same time. Sơn Đằng Cave is located in the heart of Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park. It was discovered by a local in 1991. It was first explored in 2009 by the British Cave Research Association and has been open to the public since 2013. The 2015 Guinness Book of World Records included an introduction to Sơn Đằng Cave and an announcement of the cave setting a world record. To promote both the prestige of Quảng Bình province and the Vietnamese tourism and to leave Vietnam's mark on the map of world records, Viet King submitted dossiers to the Hong Kong-based Association World Record and the US-based World Kings in March 2016, proposing that the 2 organizations grant world record status to Sơn Đằng Cave as the largest natural cave in the world. Early in June 2016, Association World Record sent official documents announcing the cave's world record status to Quảng Bình Province and Viet Kings. The province also received documents from World Kings 1 month later, recognizing Sơn Đằng Cave as the largest natural cave in the world and detailing its founder, exploration, and legal owner.
And that has come to the end of our program. Thank you for watching and see you next time.